Hello, it is the 17th of May, 2011. It is 10:30 in the morning Eastern Time. Silver currently trading at $33.69 fiat US. And looking at the last few months or so, market in a uptrend. It's bipolar decided. Yeah, let's go from mania to depression, and where it's going to go from here. Well, it's going to go back to mania, but at one point, that's tough to determine. The pattern is lower highs and lower lows. In fact, the only real decent correction this has had since the market broke down basically in here is this one here, going from 32 up to about 39, which was a gain of only about 20%. And I really mean only because it established a lower high and a significant lower high from its previous one. As far as trend line analysis is concerned, we are in a downtrend, and this is a trend line. The parallel line to this would be probably in. You could make a case for that. I guess you could make it. Yeah, that one looks best right here. This is the downward trend line. It's not going to stay within this trend forever, obviously. At some point, it's going to have to reverse its trend and now work within an intermediate term bull market. And for that, I like to use the 5-day moving average. The 5-day moving average is declining. This area was resistance back on the 13th of May. And again, it will be a level when it does test it again at some point. Yesterday I was talking about 34 as a significant level, hanging on by a thread really. And the 34 level has been taken out, but it hasn't really been that volatile. Not much is going on. The volume at the start of the day today was very light in comparison to what's been going on within SLV. But as far as what price action is stating, there's levels of support that are now being used as resistance. If it manages to break below this level here, then the test again is down towards this 32 level, around 32 and a third or so, give or take. As far as the trend line within this level, the trend would be probably this, and here's a good one. And the parallel line for this would be in or around this area here. Like it's got a long, long ways to go to break this trend. You first got to get out of this 1-day moving average, break this trend line, break this Fibonacci level, break this 5-day moving average, break this Fibonacci level, and as well as the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average turned flat. It's still flat. However, it is now starting to decline towards the downside. All right, next one is the weekly chart, and within the weekly chart, this trend line, it's broke. It hasn't confirmed a breakdown as of yet, but as of now, it has broken through this trend line. The parallel line for this would be in towards here. If we have a breakdown within this trend line and we keep the same rate of descent, or excuse me, rate of ascent, as well as the same direction on the fall, then it would look something like a test of, let me just bring a straight line, of this level in here, which if we draw, now we draw a straight horizontal line, would mean a move of about pretty much back to this previous resistance point, which really emphasizes how big this 31 level happens to be. 31, of course, within the Fibonacci that I've been talking about. The last one was 1905, which was a level of resistance that I managed to get by it over in the summertime. The next one was 31, of course, which was a little bit of resistance, but not much. And then the next one after that was the 50 mark. 50 was resistance, and it's now obviously pulled back from this level. Finding support at previous resistance can oftentimes be what you're looking for an area where it bottoms. Picking tops and bottoms within against its primary trend can be very difficult. And I say that because on the short term, the primary trend is that of lower. However, if you're trying to pick a bottom within its ultimate primary trend of higher, it does make it a little bit easier because, quite frankly, that's what bull markets do, is they find support at significant areas for the most part. And when we do manage to come back up to 50, and it's a matter of when, not really a matter of if, and the question is it going to happen sooner or later? My estimate is that it does happen before the end of the summer. I look as these large volatile moves as a start towards the collapsing of the fiat currency. After all, you can't have a currency which has a monopoly by the big bankers and expect all the people to just oblige. Now, in order for them to not oblige, they have to realize how money is created. The powers that be have spent a significant amount of time making sure that people don't know. However, people are finding out on a day by day basis. Final chart is the direction from the 50-day high and low. And just recently, this does not include today's data, but it doesn't make much of a difference anyway. We finally made a new 50-day low, which is the first time in a long time that this has been the case. This is also the highest this direction from the 50-day high has been in quite some time. Now, when you see 50%, that doesn't mean the market has sold off 50%. No, it means it sold off 33% because this is the direction it is from the lowest point. So currently, with silver trading at about 33 and change, that means it needs to make about 16 and change to get back to its high. That's a gain of about 50%. So right now, it's up towards this level. And I don't expect it to stay within here for quite some time. However, for the buyers to be back in charge, this level has to go above the blue one. You need to see the blue one go down, the orange one go back up, sort of like you've seen here, and sort of like you've seen in towards here. Looking for buy signals on sort of like I mentioned in here. And again, in here, what I want to see happen is something to establish a level, most likely a little bit below this 10%, and then give some sort of buying opportunity that sort of like you establish resistance, you break above it right in here. That sort of deal. Thank you for watching and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.